Hello everybody, I'm here with a Singer 99-13. It is used to be basically a treadle sewing machine, and then later on they introduced it again back in 1933. It was a treadle sewing machine, and later they introduced it back when we all got electricity and start teaching everybody to switch your treadle sewing machines over to a motorized sewing machine, which is kind of neat because it made life go better and for everybody. But this one works off of a crank kind of a thing right here. It goes all the way down to where it hits your leg right here. It's not really a knee one because it's not really hitting your knee, you're hitting your leg. Or maybe it's because I got long legs and it's going to hit my leg. And see, the actual filament, which is your foot pedal, was right in here. I guess you could switch everything around, and I think you can hook just a regular plug-in with a foot and not even use this, but I'm not sure. I haven't really done too much research with it. But I told the lady she probably could, but I really don't know for sure. I would have to look into it more, okay? Anyway, let's talk about the sewing machine, okay? It does have a foot press, for, if you want to do heavy denim or anything, you go down, you put it in medium mode right here, and this would do this starchy material, even though I made it triple. I did a lot of sewing on it to see if I can do it. And it will sew. It's this thing, they say that they can sew, like, if you're making, like, leather bags or something, and it will be a good thing for that. But you can't back up with it. You have to turn the machine, turn the material around to back up. And it has a lot of great features and some missing features. But anyway, it's a nice sewing machine. So let's go on and talk about how to thread it. So you want to thread it from back here, okay? Because the old spools, newer spools, you don't have to do that. To old spools, you do. You go this way, and you hook it into this little hook right here, okay? And you come down, and you got to make sure your foot is in the highest position to open up your cymbals right here. These cymbals were actually glued together. I took them apart and cleaned them up and everything and put them back together. You don't put oil or anything down in here. You don't need any of that. It'll make everything slip and go crazy. But anyway, you put the thread through that little cymbal down here. You come all the way up and bring it back this way, and then you thread it through this little tiny hole. And I actually did it this time. I thread it through the little hole. Then you come up this way to the uptake, and you thread it here. I'm back through this way, and then you come down and you thread it here, and then here, and then into your needle, okay? And, oops, darn it. I have this so I can show you how to sew it, and I kind of smacked into it. Anyway, so then this one here, I did a lot of work on it. So let's see here. I lifted it up, and I took some of these older tires that I have. I saved some of them. Sometimes I don't save them. And I get them off other people's sewing machines, and I use them for different props to prop up a sewing machine. When somebody redid this box, they put a lot of glue. This was a big mound of glue, and they had it dropped all the way down. I guess they wanted it flushed, but these weren't made to go flush, okay? Because if they did, you can't open this. Oh crud! I should just take this out. What am I doing? Oh, sorry. Take it out for a minute. And you can't open this guy here. Right now I can open it because I got a little lip here that's, hanging up because I put a tire here to lift it. So there's a tire over on this side. And then when you have your bobbin's in here, they're called drop-in bobbins, okay? Let me see if I can open this up a little more. Okay, and then when you thread it through this little gadget here and then back through this way. And then you have to hand feed it back through so you can get your thread up on top. Whenever you need to get it out, you have to use one of these little things to push up to be able to grab it, because you can't grab it when those things are so sloped, because they're a 66 bobbin, and that's the only way you can get them out. All right, then I'll close this. Now it did make a video on how to thread it literally, so you can see me threading it and how to actually go about doing everything. So this is really done. I have the bobbin filled, and then I come over here with the bobbin, and then I put it in here, and that's going to be in my membership only. Okay, so if you want to know how to do that, you're just going to have to go there, pay a small fee, and go in there and look at it, okay? And then what else? Then after that's done, then well, I kind of finished the box. I kind of stained it a little bit. You know, I don't know what kind of stain she wants to use, but I put a sealant on it. And I puttied all the holes in all the places that had problems. It was all over the place, and the back is the worst. And I redid the bottom a little bit better because the bottom was falling out. So I fixed it so it's now secure and it won't fall apart when she's walking around with it. And anyway, let's go ahead and see if I can pull this thread back up through. And no, I'm not going to pull the bottom thread up through, so we're just going to try to go like this. We're going to put this down since now we got it threaded, you know. And then let's see, we got the rewinder here, the bobbin rewinder. There is called a bevel. See a little bevel? Oh no, is that the bevel? Oh no, I think the bevel moved on me. Where'd you go? There it is, the little bevel, okay? On even the newer bobbins on the 66, right here, has a little hole. The bevel goes into a little hole, okay? And then that goes into there, and it'll fit into the slot. And then when you push down on this, like you push on it like this, that will now collapse into that. And then when you've got that done, you can, you know, before you get all that done. Anyway, it's kind of still a little stiff. I might put a little more oil in there. Which when you do is you come over here and you grab it from the back side and you hook it here. You come around here and then you hook it underneath this, pull straight over here, and then you hook it into this and into this, and then you put your bobbin in there with the bevel sticking out and a little extra thread coming out, so it can hook. And then you click this, and then you come over here and you unscrew this. This is your clutch. It's holding the clutch in. Unscrew it, turn it towards you this way, and then it'll unlock it, and then the machine won't run, but then it'll run your tire, okay? And the tire, this thing, I don't know if you can see it, it'll go back and forth when this is running. Oh, it's not going to show you, but this will go back and forth and fill up that bobbin nice and evenly, okay? And then when you're done, you pull it out and you drop it in here in the drop in, okay? Their light is back here, and I've already got it turned on. And you got to make sure before you even start sewing, to make sure you re-screw this back in and tighten it, okay? I have found myself forgetting sometimes. Let's see, what else I can tell you about them. All right, this sewing machine, because a lot of people's going to ask me how much it's going to be worth. Now, normally, since it's old as it is, and if it's in mint condition, it'd be worth somewhere around $358. Since it's not in mint condition, because of the wear and tear of the lettering, the wear and tear of the pattern, some of it appears a little bit messed up. The cracking of the paint, this is cracking of the paint, and there's a lot more in the back. Over here it cracks. It's a little cracky. It's cracking, and there's nothing, you can't clean that. That's called age, okay? I wish you could clean everything like that. Maybe make all your wrinkles disappear. Doesn't work that way. Anyway, and but I'm going to show you how to sew with it next here. But I just wanted to go over this with you so you know how much this thing's worth. I mean, it has a little label thing here. I don't know if it really comes out to be anything. Probably just says Singer Company or something. It's hard to read this one. Some of them you can read, some of them you can't. So this is really hard to see it. Anyway, so, and I don't know exactly for sure where it's made. And usually AD means America. Some of them will say Italy, because originally Singer sewing machines originally came from Italy, from a guy that I can't even pronounce his name. And then he sold it to Singer, which is a guy's last name, Singer. And he took over and started making mass production of these. And he had a lot to do with this guy in Italy, kept teaching him how to do a lot of the stuff. So it's really interesting, the history. If you want to go look up the history, you can learn a little bit more about how Singer came about. Anyway, I fixed the box key and the key in the box and everything. That's going to be in that video for membership only too. Let's see what else. I guess we're going to have to run it now. So I'm going to use well, it's called a knee thing, but it's going to hit my leg because my legs are long. And I'm going to show you how it sews, since I already showed it the first couple times, to see if I can get it going. But I'm going to go ahead and push it. And then, well, no, the bad thing is, this is going to be wrong. I need to put you over there on my little tray, this little thing, so you can see me, and I have to use both hands, okay? So hopefully I can put this on here without messing you guys up, and my hand don't get in the way. Alrighty. Oh Lord, this is not going to work out so well if I can't get it on there. Alright. right, I think I got it on there correctly. Yes, okay. I need both hands. There's no way I can put this through a machine and I can't see what I'm doing, okay? Now, back in the day when you used to use these old machines and they're doing a base stitch, okay? You have to hold it here and you have to hold it over here to be able to sew correctly. So I'm going to sew, but you have to get used to how fast it goes. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know if I like that, but it just takes time to learn. It's just like an industrial sewing machine. They're untamed. I'll say it that way. I'm going to flip this over so you see the backup and the stitching on the bottom. I'm sorry, my hand keeps getting in the way. There you go. All right. So overall, let me take my phone back here. Overall, oops, there goes my finger again. So sorry. Overall, this is a really nice machine and it can do heavy duty stuff. And the machine didn't need as much work. It does have a few things that you need to know about. The machine doesn't take any grease. Okay, if I say grease, I don't mean to. It's basically a machine that's got oil, and you basically oil it. And these are the holes right here. There's holes all over it, and that's where you oil it. And then down here it has holes. And you oil it in those oil holes. These are oil holes, okay? And there should be one right here. Oh, darn, my hand's in the way. Oh, crud, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is, right? Here we go. There's a hole there. I don't know if I know there's a lot of holes everywhere. You just have to look for them. You see a hole? You see a hole? And then there's holes here. See the little holes? Those are the places you oil it. The hole there. You don't oil the actual belt. Don't oil that, okay? And you don't oil, these things unless they have a hole. If they have a hole, you can oil it, okay? Doesn't have a hole, don't oil it, okay? I know there's a hole here. You don't need to oil that. There's nothing really in there, okay? It'll just drip down inside the bottom of your sewing machine. And then if you get a book on it, they sell these books like crazy, then they'll show you how to oil it. It's all explanatory, and you just basically use oil like something like this. There's my oil. This is the ones I use on my sewing machines right here. They got the zoom tip to it, so you can get down in there and you can dip the oil in there, okay? That's what I use. I'm empty on this one. I have to get another one and get it, put it out there. And so I hope I answered all your guys' questions. These needles are longer than the Singer needles, and these are, you can use these kind. These are like Singer needles right here, and they're really super long. And yeah, they use a size 14. They don't use a small, thin, like 12s or 11s because they'll break. They have to have 14. Okay. That's why I went and looked to see if I had any more. I told her, yeah, I think I do have to go look. And she's going to buy some bobbins off me and everything. These right here, these bobbins here off me. And I have a lot of different types of stuff. But anyway, if you have a sewing machine like this, I know it's a longer version of one because I'm trying to go over everything and showing you exactly how it works and all. But if you have one like it, or you wanted to know more about it, I hope I answered some of your questions. And if you inherited one, or anything, whatever you do with it, I'd like to know, and just comment down below. And if you can share the video and like the video, it will help my channel and my podcast a lot more. And hopefully I'll see you in membership sometime soon, because it's mostly going to be about sewing machines, since everybody wants to know about sewing machines. And I'm like the last of my kind in the state of North Carolina, unless there is a couple more. There is a few tech type people that are computer savvy and stuff that work on sewing machines. But I mean, I'm like the last mechanic that's out here. They all retired. All the mechanics out there retired. They're on their 70s. I'm like, wow, I'm not anywhere near my 70s yet. But I'm here doing all this fun stuff with you guys to show you basically what I'm up to, okay, with these sewing machines. And then I work on my chickens, and I just keep myself pretty much busy and try to do as many things as I can. I don't have that much time to do it in, so I got to do as much as I can. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll be back soon with maybe another sewing machine. I have like a lot more sewing machines to clean and to work with, and I will be doing more videos, so you'll be seeing more, and you'll see other videos too. So anyway, have a blessed day, or evening. It's evening, and so I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay, bye-bye.